Hari Om Bhagavad Gita Daivasura Sambat Vibhaga Yoga chapter 16 verse 23. In the last verse, Bhagwan Krishna said, the one who avoids the three gates, that is desire, anger and greed. These are the three gates to hell. The one who avoids these three gates and practices what is good for himself, he will reach the supreme goal. One is avoid the gates, three gates to hell. Second is practice what is good. What is good, what is bad, how will I know? Bhagavan says only Shastra. Shastra is Dharma. Dharma is Krishna. So follow the Shastra, follow the rule. Wherever you are, whichever country you are, you cannot say I am an exception to the rule. There are one or two maybe exceptions. Otherwise, all are supposed to follow the rule. Rule cannot be, you cannot break the rule. So Bhagavan says, follow the rule. Verse 23. Yasastra vidhimutsrijyam vartate kamakaradagam nasa siddhimavapnoti nasukam na param gadim. Swami Dayananda Saraswati says, if a person heals to binding desires and leads a life committed to fulfillment of desires without any respect for Shastra, then this verse, it says, what will happen to that fellow? The one who ignores the Shastra, the one who is not following the Shastra, he is only interested in fulfilling his desires. Then what will happen to that fellow? Shastras prescribe what is to be done and what ought not to be done. It is Dharma. So it says what you should do, what you should not do. These are the rules to be followed. Shastras make us know what are the consequences of our actions also. So if you do this, what will happen? We know why Bhishmacharya faced Sigandi. Because he had some, in previous Janma, he committed some mistake. Every life, otherwise, cause and effect. It's not a big science. Simple rule, cause and effect. Today you have some oily item on the roadside. Tomorrow the effect is there. Food poison. You suffer a lot. Cause and effect. Why am I suffering now? If you ask that question, you get the answer, direct answer, cause and effect. So Shastras make us know what are the consequences of your actions. Even if a wrong action is not detected in this world, suppose I do something, nobody knows, but I know, my conscience will know. I can't say nobody knows because I am the infinite. I know, my conscience knows. So assuming that others do not know, so I escape the law. But you cannot escape the eternal law, the law of karma. It will 100% it will show the effect. You have done a cause. Naturally, the effect will be there. Bhagavan says, the seeker does not gain siddhi. Na sa siddhimavapnoti na sukam na param gadim. Na siddhi, no success. Adi Shankara says, siddhi is fitness for the pursuit of what is good for a person. That is quoted by Swami Dayananda Saraswati. The first thing that is to be accomplished is to take care of oneself. The second thing is education in which one acquires intellectual and emotional discipline. I am not talking about our BSc, BCom, engineering, etc. Life education in which you gain the intellectual and emotional discipline. Swami Dayananda Saraswati says, if you have survived a teenage without any damage, that is the greatest thing you have ever accomplished in your life. Teenage is the most dangerous age. That is what Swami Dayananda Saraswati says. If you have escaped teenage, then you have accomplished something. Then if you make proper use of it, you can gain the Purusharthas. That is Artha, Kama, Dharma and Moksha. For pursuing any Purushartha, maturity is necessary. If you disregard Shastra, then maturity is impossible. When there is no maturity, then there cannot be any worthwhile pursuit in life. When it is so, there is no happiness in this life. To have sukha, that is happiness, first thing required is maturity. Otherwise, even a small thing, smallest thing, will upset you for a long time. The one who does not follow the sastras will lose not only sukha, but also cannot attain the supreme goal. That is what is said in this verse. Swami Chinmayananda says, sastras mentioned here means Brahma Vidya, that is theory of truth, and the technique of self-perfection, that is yoga. The other textbooks which throw light upon the Shastras are called Prakarana texts. Gita is Shastra. It is a philosophical poem exhaustively explaining the theory and practice of self-perfection or God realization. That is why every chapter when it ends, we say, Idi Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam Brahma Vidya Yoga Sastre. This is the Sastra. Bhagwan has given the juice. How many Vedas how can you read? I don't think in Kali Yuga it is impossible. I was supposed to read Vedas in my childhood. Somehow I did not do that. So now, how will you learn Veda? Where is the time? Even though Vyasa Bhagavan has separated into 4 Vedas, Rig, Yajur, Sama and Atharvana, to make it easier. Even then we don't find time. So how will you know the Vedas? So Bhagavan knows the difficulty of all of us. So what he has done is, he put everything into a mixie. The mango, instead of, suppose if you lose your teeth, then you can't bite the mango and eat it. So what you do is, you put it in a mixie, crush it, add milk and then drink it with sugar. Mango milkshake, wonderful. Bhagavan is giving a mango milkshake. He himself says, Sarvopanishado gavo Dokta Gopala Nandanaha Partho Vatsaha. By keeping Arjuna as a cough, Bhagavan extracts the milk from Upanishads and give that milk. Mango milkshake, easily given. Still we don't drink it. That is the problem. So Gita is the Shastra. Gita is the Brahma Vidya. A man who disobeys the Shastras, he does not stand to gain anything. Hence it is advised not to disobey the Shastras and live under the impulse of our baser instincts. In case if Shastras are ignored for the sake of fulfilling desires, then what is the result? What is the harm? Because that is today we are in that why I should follow? Why I should follow the Shastra? If I don't follow, what will happen? That will be our next question. Bhagavan answers that question. Bhagavan Krishna says, tossed by desires, ruled by anger and greed, his life is full of agitations and without any peace of mind. If you go under the influence of desire, then your mind is full of anger and greed. Naturally, you lose your peace of mind. Such a man never gets any happiness or he can achieve any goal. Bhagwan already said in chapter 2, if you remember, Asantasya kutasukha. If you do not have peace of mind, where is the question of happiness for you? Swami Chinmayananda says, self mastery is a slow process. It is not a overnight thing that will happen, like a flower. A flower, the bud becomes a flower tomorrow morning. Not possible. It is not a 30 days Hindi speaking course or English speaking course. There are many courses. There are other courses, 7 days meditation course. I don't know how they will achieve meditation within 7 days without properly following Gita Shastra. So, what is required is a strong will, extreme vigilance on the part of the seeker. Every day, every moment it is required. Otherwise, one single moment, your mind will go out. You will slip on the path to the goal. Not only the seeker should remain alert, but also he must have a clear understanding of the path. Scriptures, sastras, indicate the dangers of the path, the hurdles to be faced, the pitfalls on the path. Everything is stated in the sastras on the road to perfection. It is here the sastras or the scriptures play a very, very important role in one's life. Scriptures contain the science of self perfection. It gives all the techniques of what should be done and what should not be done also. This must be strictly followed. It also gives the glory of the goal to keep the seeker inspired. Hence, following the path prescribed by the scriptures, one can have a safe passage to perfection. On the other hand, if one does not follow due to the pressure of desires, then Bhagavan Krishna says he neither attains perfection, nor happiness, nor the supreme goal. To ignore or avoid the path of the scriptures means to lead a selfish life driven by desires. If you have a desire means it is a selfish life. I want to own a car, I want to own a house, I want to have a land, I want to purchase this, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want that, I want that. So desire, selfish. Then by leading such a life, one can never reach the goal, nor it will give any joy to him. Because one after the other, the desires will go on increasing. Then you become greedy. That means agitation of mind. Then agitation of mind means peace of mind will not be there. Then that life is an empty, meaningless life. That is what Swami Chinmayananda says. Follow the Gita Shastra. So Bhagwan has given full instruction. I don't think anybody else can give any other instruction other than Bhagavad Gita. If somebody says, I will be surprised. Everything is covered. Because it has been extracted from the Vedas. Bhagwan himself says it is extracted from the Vedas. The juice has been given to us. So follow the Gita Shastra. It is more scientific than any science, according to me. 100% success is assured if you follow. Because in science, if you do this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 steps are involved, then the result should be the same. That is what is science. If you follow a particular path, then the result will be same, whether I do it, whether you do it. Similarly, if you follow the path, Gita Shastra, it is a science, 100% success is assured. The friend, philosopher and guide, Bhagavan Krishna, will always be there to help us and guide us also on the dangerous road too. Because the road is full of dangers. Any one slip, it will take you to hell, I can say. So Bhagavan Krishna is there to help us. So Bhagavan Krishna says, follow the scripture. If you do not follow the scriptures, then you can neither attain Siddhi, nor Sukham, nor the supreme goal. Nothing you can achieve. That is what Bhagavan Krishna says in verse 23. Verse 23 again. Yasastra vidhi mutsrijyam vartate kamakaradaga nasa siddhimavapnoti nasukam na param gadim. Next verse we will see tomorrow. Arihom Sarvam Krishnarpanamastu. Narayana 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 Narayana